Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to another session of discussing quantum numbers. Right now, pag-uusapan po natin is quantum numbers involving electron configuration. Okay? So, ano nga po ba ang electronic configuration, sir? So, electronic configuration is basically just a way for us to particularly locate a specific electron within an atom. Okay? Kasi ang quantum numbers is something like an address, while the electronic configuration is the distribution ng electron within that place. Kumbaga, address o may building. Ayun yung building na yon, meron siyang rooms na SPDF. And that yung electrons natin, naka-distribute siya along that SPDF. Ganon. So basically, it's a way for us to recognize the specific location ng ating electrons. Okay. So, sir, bakit po ba tayo gumagamit ng electronic configuration? Sinabi kasi ni Louis de Broglie that the electrons is a fast-moving particle. Since they are a fast-moving particle, we cannot accurately determine its location sa isang atom. Okay? Kasi the idea is that they are moving so fast that we cannot see them. So, at the same time, nagmo-move sila in a form of wave. So, we use electronic configuration to find the probability lang kasi siya, of locating an electron within an atom. Okay? So, one of the things that you have to remember in electronic configuration is that sa pagbabasa nila is we use the SPDF subshells. Okay? Okay. Ngayon, itong SPDF subshells na to, they are distributed along a specific region sa periodic table. For example, if you have 1A to 2A, ang kanilang electronic configuration should end with an S orbital. Okay? Subshell. For group 3A to 8A, dapat in-expect natin na mag-end siya by P subshell. For transitional metals, ganun din. Dapat mag-end with D subshell. And for the last one, the lanthanides and actinides, dapat din po sila ay mag-end with F subshell. So, it depends din sometimes kung anong energy level sila, but we still follow the trend that is being described dito. For example, if we have something like an oxygen would be at the energy level 2, nasa ano siya, second period, so second row, okay? And that, ang group niya ay nasa 6A. So, if it is group 6A, in-expect natin na P ang end ng kanyang electronic configuration. Okay? Ayan. So, another one. Let's have sodium. Sodium ay matatagpuan sa row 3. So, at the least, ina-expect natin ang kanyang electronic configuration would somewhat end with 3 and a subshell that is S. Okay? Another example, you have hydrogen. Hydrogen is basically the lightest element na meron siya. Therefore, if it is lightest, siya ay nasa first energy level or N is equals to 1. So, expect natin ang kanyang shell would be 1 and then siya ay nasa S orbital. Nasa kagrupo niya yung 1A. Therefore, ilalagay natin S. Okay? Ayan. And yung nasa superscript niya would be 1 kasi nga isang electron lang naman ang kay hydrogen. Okay. O, yun lang. Diba? We follow this certain pattern to recognize for 1A, 2A, to 8A. Pagdating kay transitional metal, this one is a bit different. Okay? Kay transitional metal, meron siyang inconsistencies. Pero definitely, sinusunod niyo pa rin yung kanyang pattern kung saan siya mag-end orbital. For example, titanium. Titanium should end with D orbital. Okay? And titanium is around, titanium is at the 4th row. So, dapat mag-end ka at the least, or nandun sa kanyang valency, yung 4, yung number 4, and yung S. and especially yung D. Ayan, kasi ang valence kasi ng titanium is 3D10 and 4s1. Energy level 4s, meron 4s and 3D10. Pero ito talaga yung pinakahuli niyang electronic configuration. So at the least nandun tayo. So, it's different for transitional metal, pero it's constant pagdating sa 1A, or consistent rather. Consistent yung ating electronic configuration for 1A to 8A. Okay? So, you have to look out for the transitional metal. Now, sa distribution ng electrons kasi, hindi naman siya randomized. Kung makita nyo, naka-organize siya. Kahit sa electron configuration. Even on the trend dito sa ating pinakitang regions, meron din silang sinusunod na pattern. And that there are 3 core principles on that pattern. The first one is what they call the Aufbau principle. Second one is the Pauli exclusion. The third one is the Hans rule. Okay? So, punta muna tayo kay Aufbau principle. Sinasabi lang dito kay Aufbau principle is that it is the building up of an electron. Building up, what do you mean building up? Pag gumagawa ka ng building, you always start at the bottom, right? And then eventually, pinapataas natin ng pinapataas. Ganun din sa mga electrons. Sa electrons, you have to fill up first the first energy level, or n sub 1, n is equals to 1, before you proceed to n is equals to 2. Okay? So if you write it down using the diagonal rule of electronic configuration, 1s2 must be filled up with 2 electrons muna before you proceed to 2s2. Okay? Before you proceed to 3s2, so, lagay natin, 2s2. Before you proceed to 3s2, kailangan ko munang lagyan yung 2p6. Okay? Ayan, 2p6. And then, tsaka ka lang mo proceed to 3s2. Okay? Hindi ka pwede mag-jump from 1s2, 2s2, and then 3s2. Kasi, sinasalungatan natin yung Aufbau principle kung ganun. Eh, di ba ang sabi nga kasi ni Aufbau, dapat daw, mag-start ka muna at the bottom. Okay? Now, you have to watch out some things that is different for the Aufbau. For example, sino ang mas mataas sa energy level between 4s2 and 3d10? Yung sinasabi kasi dito, mas mataas yung 3d10 kaysa kay 4s2. So, dapat mauna si 4s2 kaysa kay 3d10. For example, ito siya. 4s2, dapat mapuno nyo muna to. So, if you write it down, 1s2, 2s2, and then 2p6, 3s2. Before mag 4s, dapat mag 3p6, and then tsaka ka mag 4s2, and then you proceed to 3d10. Ayan. So, hindi siya, it's the same for this one, oh. Okay? Di ba ang sabi niyo, sir, dapat mauna muna yung mga lower. As mentioned earlier, 3d10 is higher energy level compared kay 4s2. So, you have to watch out for this. So, we use the diagonal rule para mag-fill up ng electrons. Okay? And so, if you're still not familiar, those numbers are the electrons. Okay? Ayan. Magbigay si sir ng example. Let's say, balikan natin si oxygen. Oxygen has an atomic number of, not subscript of 2, 8 and a 16 mass. Okay? 16 ang mass niya. Ngayon, if we are to find the group number of oxygen, it is found under group 6A. Okay? Group 6A. If it is group 6A, we expect that the region is for p orbital. Okay? Now, anong row po ba siya or anong period? The period of oxygen is at the second row siya. Therefore, the N or the principal or energy level would be equals to 2, and we expect that it would end at 2p. Ayan. So, if you write it down following the atomic number of oxygen, oxygen would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p10. 2p6. Okay? Pero ilang totals of electrons ba to, sir? 6 plus 4, that would be a total of 10 electrons. Eh, ang ating atomic number is 8, therefore, electrons should also be 8. Okay? So, ibig sabihin po pala niyan, sir, we're gonna have to lose a number of electrons sa 2p6. How many electrons should I reduce sa 2p6 para mag-match siya into 8 electrons? So, you already have 4 here. Dapat ang ating 6 magiging 4 din. So, tsaka siya magiging 8. So, this is the electronic configuration of the oxygen. Ayan, yun. 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4. Now, if you write it down or draw it in a Bohr model, it must be consistent with the oxidation number. Okay? Paano consistent yun, sir? So, if we write the nucleus of oxygen, and then, ang sabi daw, hanggang second row lang siya. So, i-expect natin siya na may dalawang orbit. Okay? Nucleus in the middle, and it has a 2 energy level or 2 orbits kung saan matatagpuan sa 1s yung dalawang electron niya. So, first orbit. Pero, pagdating daw sa ating second orbit, meron tayong 2 and 6. Okay? So, maglalagay tayo ng 6 electrons on the second energy level. 2, 4, 6. Ayan. Okay? Now, it must be consistent with the oxidation number. If I ask you the valence electrons of an oxygen, it must be the last number of electrons na makikita natin on the last orbit. Okay? So, we have a 6 electrons. 6 electrons ang meron siyang, ang valence niya. Ibig sabihin, 6 ang matatagpuan ko on the last orbit. Now, what is the oxidation? Oxidation of oxygen. The oxidation of oxygen is -2. Okay? For the reason of following the octet rule, the oxidation number of oxygen must be -2 because it means adding 2 electrons following the octet rule, which means dapat meron kang a total of 8 electrons. So, ibig sabihin, tama po yung ating electronic configuration. Okay? Ayan, yun lang. Madali lang naman siya. Medyo marami lang siyang mechanism. But the pattern are consistent. Okay. So, anyway, that is for oxygen only. Now, let's make another example. Let's say you have sodium. Yan. Sodium is equals to, ano ba ang ng sodium? Atomic number. That is 11, and then atomic mass would be 22. Okay? Let's find the group of sodium. The group of sodium is 1A. Therefore, we expect its subshell to be at the s orbital. Okay? And the period or the row of sodium, period na lang natin. Period is pangatlo. Okay? So, in-expect natin si sodium to be the electronic configuration or yung pinakahuli niyang electronic configuration must end with 3s. Okay? So, patunayan natin, sir, kung tama nga. Okay? Let's use the electronic configuration rule, the diagonal rule, para mahanap natin electronic configuration ng sodium. And let us, since predict natin na 3s, dapat in-expect natin the total of 11 electron must end with 3s. So, if we write it down, simulan natin with 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s2. Okay, let's count all of the electrons. 6, 4, ito, total of 4 na to, plus 6, okay, 10, plus 2. We have a total of 12 electrons. Eh, sir, 11 nga daw po yun. So, therefore, we have to lose a 1 electron. Kanino? That would be from 3s2. ilan lang dapat ang electron ni 3s2? That only should be 1. So, 3s1 ang kanyang huling orbital. Or is it still consistent with what we predicted earlier? Yes, 3s2 yung hinahanap natin eh. Or rather, nahanap natin based on the groups and period. Okay? So, 3s, and then, yung actual na huling orbital ni sodium is 3s1. Ayan. So, if we draw it on a Bohr model, sodium at the middle, the nucleus. Okay, lagyan natin ng color para hindi kayo malito sa mga orbits. Ang kanyang period ay hanggang 3. So, therefore, it has a total of an orbit of 3. Ayan. So, first shell, which is a shape of an S or spherical, meron daw 2 electron. Okay? So, second shell, meron ka ring 2 electron and plus 6. Sakto. Dapat 8, 6, 7, 8. And then sa third, or the valence electrons, valence na yan, no? Is meron ka nag-iisang electron. Ang oxidation number ng sodium is positive 1. Kasi ang positive 1, it describes how many electrons it can lose. Isa lang naman. Ayan. Yan na yung valence ng ating sodium. Diba? Consistent siya. Okay. So, that is for Aufbau principle only. Okay? Now, let's move on to the Pauli exclusion principle by Wolfgang in 1925. He states naman that no 2 electrons in the same atom or set, ulitin natin, no electrons can have the same set of quantum numbers. Yan ang ibig sabihin niya. Hindi daw dapat lahat ng N, L, M sub L, or M sub S is pare-pareho. Dapat magkaiba sila. Okay? Dapat magkaiba sila. Hindi sila pwedeng pareho. Or at the least, merong isang magkaiba dun sa kanilang set of quantum numbers. Okay? Just like electronic configuration, hindi naman lahat ng electronic configuration ay pare-pareho. Okay? Ayan. So, sinasabi rin dito is that electrons in the same shell must have an opposite spin. Okay? Remember that the SPDF is somewhat like a slot for electrons. For example, if we have an SPDF, the total slot for electrons to be able to be fulfilled in an s orbital should only be 1 slot lang. Okay? Sa p orbital is 3 slot. Sa d orbital, 5 slot. And f orbital is 7 slot. For example, if we have an orbital that is s, only 1 slot, ibig sabihin, there will be only 2 electrons ang pwede niyang i-occupy. A positive 1/2 and a negative 1/2. Okay? And it is described as 0 because andun yung quantum number niya. If you still recall the numerical values accepted for M sub L. Ayan. Kasi yung L natin is S eh. L is 0 and it is equivalent to S. Ayan. Yun lang naman. Okay? So, sinasabi lang dito is that 2 electrons lang daw ang kayang i-occupy sa isang slot and that sa isang slot na yun must have an opposite spin. Na yung quantum numbers nila is in the same slot, puro 0. Okay? For example, this one. First energy level, the shape is S. So, ang slot niya is only 1, which is 0. Ang slot. Ito yun. Ngayon, yung slot na yun, meron siyang positive spin and negative spin. Magkaiba pa rin sila. So, this one is acceptable. Pero pag yan ay parehas na negative, mali yun. Okay? So, at the least, meron dyan isa na magkaiba. So, that's what he was implying regarding the idea of the quantum numbers must not be the same for every electron. Okay? Ayan. Mamaya, sagutan natin yan. Just an example. But anyway, you have to remember that sa isang slot, for example, dito, p orbital. P orbital is tatlong slot. 0, -1, +1. So, ito yung slot na yon, and that the electrons can be filled within those slots. And yung sinasabi niya dito na 2 electrons lang din daw dapat ang pwede dito. Okay? Yun ang sinasabi ni Paul exclusion. Okay? Next one is the Hans rule. Ayan. Sinasabi niya naman regarding the maximum of multiplicity. Ayan. Sabi niya, he states that every orbital is singly occupied with 1 electron before any orbital. Before it is doubly occupied, and all electrons is singly occupied as the same spin. Paanong same spin yan, sir? Sinasabi lang ni Hans rule kasi na kapag ka naglalagay ka ng electron sa isang atom, you must fill it first with a positive electron. So, kumbaga, isang direction lang yung ginagawa ng electron. Okay? Or, kumbaga, kung nag-spin siya, isang direction lang siya within that orbital. Okay? Before siyang magkaroon ng opposite spin, which is going to be the -1/2. Okay? So, when we write it down under the slots of the subshells, we must first fill it with a +1/2. Okay? +1/2. Before daw, mag-doubling down with adding a -1/2. Okay? For example, we have boron 2p1, carbon 2p2. Ayan, hindi siya 2p1. 2p2. Nitrogen na 2p3. Mag-add din tayo na another one. Oxygen. Lagyan sulit natin. Oxygen na 2p4. Okay? So, ito yung mga isa sa mga electronic configuration ng electrons natin within the boron, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. Okay? Sa boron, meron daw tayong 2p1. Okay? You must fill out the electrons from left side to right side. Fill up it first with a positive spin. Positive spin kung saan, since isang electron lang yan, start tayo with -1. Okay? So, na-fulfill na natin. So, ibig sabihin yan, ang M sub L ng 2p1 would be -1. Okay? -1. L is the shape, M sub L is the slot. So, -1. Okay? That will be it. For carbon, sabi daw, may 2 kang electron. So, you must fill it first with a 2 electrons that is a positive spin. Positive spin from -1 to right side, 0. Ayun yun. 2p2. And then next one is nitrogen. For nitrogen, 2p3. 3 electron to. So, from left side to right side, positive spin lahat. So, nag-end tayo with +1. So, if we're looking for the nitrogen's 2p3 na electron, it should be N is equals to 2, P or L is equals to, since P yan, so we're referring to 1 value. Diba? 0 kasi is S. So, therefore, L is equals to 1. And then, the M sub L for the last electron would be at +1. Okay? And that the M sub S would be, since arrow upward yan, +1/2. Ayun na ang quantum number for the last electron. Okay? Ayun lang siya. Let's do oxygen. Si oxygen is around energy level of 2. So, N is equals to 2. Oxygen has a P4 na valence. Ito yung valence niya kanina. P4. So, L is equals to, since P yan, therefore, it must also be 1. Okay? So, we do not know the M sub L and M sub S. Pero, we know that we have an L that is 1. Ilang slot ba ang meron para sa P? It must only be 3 slot. Kasi yung S is 1. So, 3 slot. 1, 2, 3. 0, negative 1, positive 1. Okay? So, if we write down the electrons na meron si P4, we write it something like this. From left to right. 1, 2, 3. Meron ka pang pang-apat. Since sa puno na yung positive na electron, we can proceed with the downward electron. Ayan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, the M sub L will end at negative 1, and ang M sub S niya would be positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. Ayun yun. And that's for the quantum numbers of 2p4. Okay? Ayun lang. That is for Hans rule. Ayun, di ba? Madali lang. Now, let's try to make let's answer the following problem. So we have here an hydrogen. So we have hydrogen here. Let's find out the electronic configuration and find the quantum number of the last orbital. Hydrogen lang naman yan. So therefore, that should be only 1s, use the electronic configuration. 1s1. Okay? Isang electron lang naman kasi yan dahil ang atomic number is 1. So 1s1. Now, ano po ang quantum numbers ng ating 1s1? So, we write it down as, lagyan muna natin yung mga hinahanap natin. We're looking for N, L, M sub L, and M sub S. Okay? You have to remember ano yung mga numerical values that I've taught you on the last recorded lecture. Tingnan nyo ano yung mga values na acceptable lang sa mga specific quantum numbers. Okay? Sulat na nga natin. For N, 1 to 7 ang accepted value. For L, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay? For M sub L, medyo mahaba-haba yun, pero negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, positive 2, and positive 3. Yun yung mga accepted na value ng M sub L. Sa M sub S, the only accepted value here is positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. Okay? Ayan. So, ano lang siya? Papalit-palit lang siya. Now, let's look at the 1s1. 1s1 is meron tayong first energy level. Ibig sabihin, nandun siya sa isang orbit lang. Since ang ating since siya ay S, no, the L would be equals to 0. Okay? The M sub L or M sub L should be at this value. Di natin alam, so let's put it, since 0 to, ayan. Since meron tayo kasing 0 na S-shape, ang slot ng isang 0 for the L would be only 1 slot. Okay? Yung 1 slot na yan, the equivalent dyan is literally just 0. Okay? So, we can say na yung M sub L is 0 lang. Now, ano yung M sub S? Ang M sub S is depende sa electron distribution according to Hans rule. Isa lang muna. Isa lang naman electron natin. So, therefore, ano lang yan? Positive 1/2. Ayan na ngayon ang quantum number ni hydrogen. Okay? Ayan. Now, let's do beryllium. Si beryllium, okay, ang beryllium po ay atomic number niya ay 4. So, therefore, electrons must be equals to 4. So, hanapin natin kung ano electronic configuration niya. Okay, so let's try to use the method kung saan let's try to use the method kung saan tumitingin muna tayo sa periodic table, finding the groups and the period para makuha natin yung kanyang configuration or the last electron configuration. Ang grupo ng beryllium ay anong grupo ng beryllium? Beryllium is at the group 2A. Group 2A. So, ibig sabihin, ang orbital nito should be at S orbital. Period niya naman, ang period of beryllium is 2. So, therefore, in-expect natin N is equals to 2 or the principal number is equals to 2. Okay? Now, hanapin ngayon natin ang electronic configuration and as we predicted, dapat 2s ang maging huling electron configuration ng ating beryllium. Okay? So, paano yun, sir? Following the diagonal rule. Start with 1s, 1s2, and then proceed with 2s2, and then 2p6. Okay? So, bilangan natin total electrons. 6 plus 4, that is already 10. So, hindi na pwede si 2p6. Atomic number is 4. Dapat electrons is 4. So, ibig sabihin, okay na to. 1s2 and 2s2 is the electronic configuration. Okay? Electronic configuration of beryllium. Okay? Ayan. So, yun na yun. That is electronic configuration. Now, if we find the quantum number of 2s2, eto lang din ang titingnan mo. Tingnan mo kung ano yung magiging value niya. So, we have 1s2, 2s2. Hanapin daw natin si 2s2. What is the n, l, m sub l, and m sub s ng 2s2? Okay? So, n is equals to 2 because we are at the period 2. O, yan. By the way, tumagma naman tayo dito sa ating expected na orbits and orbital. Ayan. So, n is equals to 2. L is equals to 0 since S kasi yan. Ang slot niya ay isa lang. Okay? M sub L would be also 0 because ang slot nito or yung position niya in x-axis if I'm not mistaken. Okay? Siya ay 0 din. Okay? Nandun lang kasi siya sa slot ng M sub L. And then, the M sub S, since meron tayong 2 electrons, positive 1/2, and then wala ka naman idadagdag, diretso ka ng opposite. So, therefore, the M sub S would be positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. Ayan. Yun na ang quantum number ng ating beryllium. That is 2s2. Okay? Ayun lang. Okay. So, for example, hanapin natin yung 1s2. 1s2 is n is equals to 2. L is also equals to 0 dahil s orbital siya. And then, the m sub L is also 0. 1. N. N is equals to 1. S is equals to 0 or L is equals to 0. M sub L is equals to 0. And then, the spin is also positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. Okay. Sir, di ba sabi sa, Pauli exclusion, dapat magkaiba sila ng number of quantum numbers. Yes, magkaiba nga sila. Sa M sub S, pareho. Pareho, L pareho. Pero, pagdating dun sa energy level, magkaiba. So, acceptable yung ganun. Ayan, yun lang. Now, let's try answer oxygen. Okay. Let's find the electronic configuration of oxygen. Okay. Kailangan natin to. So, let's bring it down. Oxygen ay 8 ang atomic number. Therefore, the total electrons must be also 8. Okay? Take note it's different kapag naka-excited state siya. Okay? Or ground state. Ano lang kasi, nagiging anion and cation. Pagka-cation, naglo-lose yung kanyang last valence electron, pero pagdating sa mga anion, nagiging naman sila. So, ibig sabihin, yung last valence sila nadadagdagan. Okay? Okay, so, let's use the electronic configuration or the diagonal rule to find the electronic configuration of oxygen. Let's start with the first energy according to the Aufbau rule. 1s2, 2s2, then 2p6. Okay, mag-proceed pa rin ba tayo sa 3s? Hindi na. Hindi na tayo proceed sa 3s because the atomic number is 8, so electrons is only about 8. Okay? Now, let's find out ano yung babawasan natin. Babawasan natin si 2p6. 6 should be reducted to only 4. So, 4, dapat maging 4 siya. So, magiging 4 na lang yung ating 2p6. So, pag pinag-add kasi natin to 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4 is equals to 8. 8 electrons. Okay? So, ibig sabihin po pala, sir, ito po pala ang ating electronic configuration for oxygen. Yes. Okay? Since we now know the electronic configuration, pwede rin natin siyang malaman based on the periods and groups. Group of oxygen is equals to 6A. Therefore, ang dapat na kanyang orbital or subshell is P. P, tama. Since ang period niya naman is second, therefore, N is equals to 2. N is equals to 2. So, that would be 2p4. 2p4. Ayan. But the valence electrons, by the way, of an oxygen is 2s2 and 2p4. Ayan. Ito yung valence electrons niya. But that's another topic. But the idea is dapat consistent kasi siya with the oxidation number. As I've shown you earlier. Okay, so let's find the quantum number of 2p4. So we're looking for N, L, what else? M sub L and M sub S. Okay? We're looking for the N, L, N sub L, and N sub S. N is equals to 2. P, yung ating P orbital is equals to 1. Okay? Kasi ang numerical value is S is equals to 1 or L. Ito yung L. P is equals to, sorry, hindi siya 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. D, F. Pero pagdating sa number of slots, okay ba rin sila? N is 1 slot, 1 is 3 slot, ito ay 5 slot, and then ito ay 7 slot. Okay? So, hanapin natin yung M sub L. Since nasa p orbital tayo, dapat 1 tayo. So, L is 1. Dapat meron kang 3 slot. Ayan, ano ba yun? 3 slot. Okay? 0, negative 1, positive 1. Okay? Now, ang sabi dito sa ating electronic configuration, we have a total of 8 electrons. So, we have to distribute it according to Hans rule. Lahat daw dapat in a same spin muna before ka mag-add or doubling down. Lahat ay, we have a total of 4 electrons, so i-distribute muna natin yung positive. 1, 2, 3, 4 yan. So, big sabihin, magdadagdag pa tayo ng isa. Pero this time, since na-occupy na natin from left to right, maglalagay na tayo ngayon ng downward. So, ibig sabihin yan, nag-end ang ating electron at negative 1. Okay? So, M sub L would be negative 1. The value for M sub S would be positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. Ayan na yung ating quantum number for 2p4. Okay. Okay, sige. Sige. Let's try to answer naman si calcium. Calcium. No, not calcium. Neon muna. Okay. Okay lang. Sige, continue. Let's have the electronic configuration of neon. Neon is under the group number 8A. Group number 8A si neon. Group number 8A. Okay? Period ay, ang period ng ating neon would be second. Kung group 8A yan, dapat siya ay makikita natin na p orbital. P orbital. Okay? So, let's find the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. Electronic configuration of neon, since ang atomic number is 10, so we expect that there is a total of 10 electrons distributed. Okay? So, let's use the diagonal rule. 1s2, 2s2, and 2p6. Okay? Pwede na. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. 10 electrons. So, pwede na yung 1s2 and 2p6 as mentioned here. P orbital and 2 period. So, nag-end tayo with 2p6. Tama naman. Consistent. Now, let's find the quantum number of 2p6. Okay? 2p6. Yan ang hinahanap natin. N, L, M sub L, and then M sub S. Okay? Sandali. Let's make a space. Okay. 2p6, energy level is 2, so ibig sabihin nasa second orbit. P is 1, since hindi naman yan S, that is 0, therefore that is 1. And then the M sub L would be not yet, di pa natin ma-identify. Okay, ma-identify natin siya once we've distributed yung ating electron doon sa slots ng ating subshell P. Ang sabi sa subshell P, ang slot niya for a subshell P is 3. Okay, 3 slots. 0, negative 1, positive 1. Okay? Now, we're looking for the M sub L and M sub S, so we have to distribute an electron from left side to right. Depending on the amount of our total of electrons of 2p6. Since 6 naman to, therefore, 1, 2, 3, and then proceed ng 4, 5, 6. So, ibig sabihin, nag-end tayo with a positive 1, tapos, M sub S would be positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. That will be the electronic configuration and the quantum number of 2p6. Okay? Ayan. So, para malaman natin kung tama to, what we can do is draw it in a orbital. Sandali. Or yung Bohr model. So, if we draw it, neon nucleus. Kulayan natin siya para ma-distinguish natin yung orbit. Since meron tayong 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, dalawang orbit lang to. Dalawang orbit. Kung saan sa first energy level, meron kang dalawang electron na umiikot. Okay? Sa 2s2, second energy level na yan, meron na tayong 6 plus 2. 6, 7, 8. Therefore, there is a total of 8 electrons sa kanyang valency. Ayan. So, somewhere in that second orbit daw, di ba second orbit is second energy level. So, N is equals to 2. Ang L is, for the 2p6 to. P So, therefore, yung huling electron niya na 2p6 na 6, dapat nandun siya sa isang dumbbell from a certain axis. Yan, dun siya nagro-rotate. Ang umiikot. P is dumbbell eh. S is, sphere. Ayan. So, the idea is that we've located all of the electrons. Yun lang naman yun. And that will be all for our quantum numbers and electronic configuration. Okay? I'm gonna make another recorded lecture, pero this time for solving lang a separate quantum numbers and electron configuration. Dito lang ay pinagsama lang kasi natin sila. That will be all.